Welcome. This is Maurice, and I'm here for another beer review. Today is the 12 plus 1 beers of Christmas, beer number 12, Christmas Eve, and we're doing the Samuel Smith's Winter Welcome Ale. It's a stronger ale, but they don't have any adjuncts like the previous beers I've been doing. Just barley malt, water, yeast, and it's a 6% alcohol by volume. This is a limited edition beer only for the Christmas and winter. Every year they have a different label. This year they've got the robin on the label. So a little neat to touch every year. Samuel Smith's is a pretty traditional brewery. They're still brewing in traditional stone fermenters in Tadcaster, UK. They're in the UK, they have breweries own their own pub chain, and they lease them to the managers. So Samuel Smith's is very traditional. They don't have televisions in their pubs. They don't allow use of electronics like cell phones and tablets. And they don't allow swearing. And if you violate any of their rules, they'll just throw you right out. So it's kind of controversial to some people, but that's how they like it. So let's try this beer out. Got my Samuel Smith glass out. It's been sitting out for about 10 minutes and maybe a little too cold because they recommend a 51-degree temperature for serving. But it's a nice golden amber hue with a little off-white tan head, little thick there. All right, let's give it a sniff. Nice maltiness. Some hops, the typical English earthy smelling hops like the Fuggles and Goldings. All right, let's give it a taste. Yeah, a little cold, but you get the malt coming through. Some good bitterness. I get this beer every year, and it's a really good beer. They've mastered the art of beer. It's all their beer is certified vegan and vegetarian, and they also make quite a few organic beers too. Yeah, so nice malt up front with solid bitterness in the back. Not too dry in aftertaste. As you notice, a lot of the beers they make for the Christmas and other holidays, they add spices and other adjuncts to it. And they have their place, but there's also a place for good old solid all malt beer. And this is a good example. A nice English ale. Little on the strong side for British ales, since English beers are taxed by amount of alcohol. They tend to be a little bit lower, especially served in the pubs because of taxation. So a 6% beer isn't unusual for American craft beers, but it's on the higher end for a lot of the British breweries, which usually serve their draft beers around 3.5% to 4% alcohol. Yeah, nice solid bitter strong ale. So my feelings of this beer, I'll give it a solid 9 out of 10. It's very solid beer, great flavor, strong malt and hop, but not overpowering. It's really balanced really well. As most British ales, they're not too hoppy. American ales, they tend to really hit the farm hard. But in England, they tend to be more malt based, and the hops they use there are more earthy, herbal than the citrus and tropical fruits that dominate the beer scene here in the U.S. So a good 9 out of 10 for Samuel Smith's Winter Welcome. Yeah, as it's warming up, you get a little bit more of the maltiness, and the hops are still there. So a very good beer. I'd recommend this if you find it. So a 9 out of 10 for Samuel Smith's Winter Welcome Ale. And we'll see you tomorrow, Christmas Day, for Beer 12 plus 1.